What is up, everyone? I'm Pinecone Enthusiast, and welcome back to another Escape from Tarkov gun build video. Today, we're going to be giving the DT MDR, the 308 variant, some love. I call this thing the budget juice cannon or the poor man's juice cannon because it is phenomenal and it will not break the bank whatsoever. Now, I'm sure a lot of people know what the juice cannon is at this point. It's pretty much the most overpowered gun in the game. It fires the best rounds at full auto with very little recoil, and it's pretty much the biggest meta gun in the game. But the downside to the juice cannon is that it is super expensive. And that is where the DT MDR comes into play. Now, looking statistically, you can see that the ergo of this gun is super high at 82. That's kind of like the main thing about MDRs. They have a ton of ergo. But looking at the vertical recoil, it is pretty high at 88. A lot of people will think that is super high, and I would have to agree. But when you look at it like this, you're running a cheap gun and you're running 308 at full auto. If you can control this thing is deadly. And 88 isn't awful. It's a lot worse than other guns, but it's only like 30 to 40 higher than most meta builds. Now, getting into the parts, this is where the MDR is so cheap. You can, almost everything comes stock with this gun. You cannot change out the pistol grip. It can only run 20 round mags, unfortunately, but I do run the CAC 20s because they do have better ergo stats. The 16-inch barrel is the only one you can run. The bus rear and the bus front usually come with the build once you buy it off the flea market. This gives you an extra 2 ergo points. Up top, I'm rocking the Bravo and the PK06. You guys can run whatever you want up there. And up front here is really where the build takes its recoil reduction from, is the Lantec Dragon muzzle brake, the blast mitigation device, and the A3 adapter. These will drop the recoil substantially. And then underneath for the foregrip, I am running the Magpul. You can run the RK2, it'll drop your recoil, but it will drop your ergo as well. And you can run the side-mounted RK1, but they're so much more expensive than the Magpul. And if you're on a budget build, I don't see any reason as to why you would use these. Now, let's take a peek at how expensive this is going to be. Now, let's get rid of the parts like we usually would, and the stuff that comes with the gun. Alrighty, and you guys can see that we're sitting at 200k with buying an MDR for 90k, which is actually pretty expensive for an MDR. This is super cheap. And one thing I do want to mention, though, is that I do have Mechanic level 3 and Peacekeeper level 3. They will drop the price of this build by quite a bit, but Peacekeeper level 3 and Mechanic level 3 are actually pretty easy to get. And I don't think that is unreasonable for a lot of people. Now, if you do run just off the flea market, this will be more expensive, just like any other gun in the game, pretty much. And if we get rid of the SIG Bravo and the PK06, you can see this only costs 137k. Now, if you put a hollow on this instead, and then you buy an MDR for 70 to 75k, this build's only going to cost you 125 to 150k. I mean, that is just fantastic. This thing is super cheap, and you're going to be throwing some of the best rounds in the game. Now, to do a comparison between how expensive the juice cannon is going to be, and we'll look at the statistics as well, because we are making a direct comparison. With the 30 round mag, you're rocking 47 ergo and 66 vertical recoil. That is better. And then if you put on the 50 round drum mag, you're at 34 ergo. It's not that much better though. And if we look at the pricing of this, and most of these parts you do have to buy, I can't even really get rid of anything. And the RK2 isn't even available once again. And the Lantec Dragon did just go up in price, so this is a little bit inflated. But you have to buy a 21-inch barrel. Super expensive. This is with buying the SA58. This pistol grip is super expensive. If you want to run the stock one, you'll drop it by 45k. We'll just call that. If you want to get rid of the PK06 and the Bravo to put on a hollow, you're at 325k. But that's all you can do. You have to buy these other parts. So this is pretty much sitting at double the price of the MDR for about 20 recoil, I think it was, which is a lot, but sometimes it's just not worth it. If you want to run a cheap version of the SA58, here it is. Now, the thing is, we are going to be running M80s because this is a budget build. And pretty much, I won't be able to touch M61s or M62s, as a lot of people won't be able to, because they're just super expensive. I mean, 6.1s are 1,800 a pop right now. 6.2s are 1,800 as well, and the 9.93s are usually over 2K. If you get loyalty level 4, these do become more viable because you can buy them from Peacekeeper for a pretty cheap price, but I don't have loyalty level 4 Peacekeeper, as I'm sure a lot of people who, if you're running a cheap MDR, you probably don't have loyalty level 4s. And you can see M80s, super cheap. Peacekeeper level 3, $2 a pop, and this is actually pretty inflated for M80. They usually go between 350 to 600 rubles, so you can get M80s very cheap. Now, I know a lot of people have been asking me to do PvP action of the gun, and I did try that, and I just can't right now. My computer is not powerful enough to run OBS and Tarkov at the same time. I can barely run Tarkov at above 60 frames without anything running on my computer. I'll put a little clip in here just to show you guys what it looks like when I run OBS and Tarkov at the same time. So yeah, you can see that it's pretty much unplayable. I cannot do that. I could run NVIDIA GeForce, but GeForce does not allow me to use an EQ plugin, and it messes up my audio significantly. Like, it makes my voice sound tingy as all hell, and my microphone out of the box sounds terrible without running an EQ through it. And NVIDIA does not allow me to do any plugins or anything. And on top of that, NVIDIA's GeForce, it doesn't even work half the time. Like, I've missed so many replay opportunities because the thing is just not on. It just shuts itself off randomly, and it's just extremely annoying. So I will just be running the OBS, and for the time being, until I can upgrade my PC, we're just gonna have to be doing those offline raids to test out the gun. So I do apologize for that. So yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in the factory in 1 second. Alrighty, we are heading into the factory raid, and I did set the scavs to horde mode so we get a little bit more action here. Hopefully it doesn't tank my frames too much with this many scavs on the map, but I guess we're about to find out. So, let's see what this gun can do. Make sure we're in full auto. And let's see how she goes. That's a lot of scavs. There's probably some right in here. I'll just go clear this. Yikes, yeah. This many scavs, I think we are going to drop frames quite a bit. Get some distant shots here. Anyone chilling? And you can see, if you are not up close, you can just one tap with this gun, and you're pretty much just firing sniper rifle shells. Well, I shouldn't say sniper shells, but the 308 shell is like the M8 700. M8 700? Yes, I think M8. Yeah, right. That fires these rounds and stuff like that, and the M1A fires these rounds as well, which is technically it's a marksman rifle, but like, you're pretty much firing sniper rifle shells. Your 308 in this game is just outstanding. So if you're not up close, you can shoot a range and just tap. But then you have the option when you get up close where you don't have a bolt action sniper rifle or something, you can full auto someone down. The only thing is, on factory, I can't really show you guys like the range potential. But if you put like a Bravo on this, or anything along the lines, I think this scope setup is a really fantastic setup. You got long range and you got short range. close you can hip fire like that. I mean, I know he's point blank, but it still looks pretty good. Gonna be running out of ammo here pretty soon. Might die here soon too. They just keep spawning. I am bleeding. I don't have any meds either, so we're just gonna call it there, guys. And I'll see you guys back in the character screen in 1 second. Alright everyone, that's going to be just about it for this video. Just some final thoughts on the DT MDR is, don't expect a whole lot from it for the amount of money that you're going to put into it, but with those 308 rounds, it's going to be a fantastic gun. You're going to be able to drop juice players, and you're going to be able to compete for a fraction of the price of the guns that they're going to be using. So it's a good gun. Don't expect it to be, some crazy gun that's going to destroy everything on the map, but it can do you well. And so yeah, just some concluding stuff here with the video. We just reached, at this point in time, right before I recorded this video, we just hit 100 subscribers. I cannot thank you guys enough. I mean, round of applause, because this is just amazing. I didn't think in a million years that I'd hit 100 subs this fast. It's just the amount of support has been amazing. The last 28 days, I have 3,000 views on my channel and almost 200 watch hours now, and it's just, it's amazing. I can't thank you guys enough. And I just wanted to let everyone know that I did set up a Patreon. It is going to be on my banner. There is a link there. So if anyone wants to donate and support my channel and my content, feel free. I will be, if I get Patreons and stuff like that, I will be putting them at the end of my videos. I'll be doing like a thank you scroll. I don't exactly know how I'm going to do it yet, but I definitely want to give, if anyone gives me any form of, support like that and supports my content, I want to be able to thank you guys. And I want all my viewers to be able to see that as well. And yeah, so this has just been amazing, guys. Like I said, I can't thank you guys enough. It's just, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, how many times have I said amazing? I don't even know. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Peace.